Hello, welcome to Pick a Card Stories, and today I'm going to do a very no bullshit relationship reading. And the aim of this reading would be to empower you to take right decisions in your relationship. Mind you, this is not going to be sugar coated in any way. Also, I do not do any personal reading, so there's no way to personally reach me for any reading. However, I'll give you some time to meditate on the three pictures that you see in front of you. And once you have done that, we can begin your reading. And make sure to know that this is not going to be sugarcoating at all. So if you don't like straight up answers, if you are not looking for straight up answers, then I request you to just click off, because I am doing it for people who really want to know honest answers for their problems. So with that being said, let's begin. So pile number 1, the tinderbox soldier, ambition. So I don't know about your relationship a lot, but from the energies that I'm picking up, I'm just seeing that there's a lot of power struggle in this relationship. There's somewhere, where each has a different path and you don't know which one to follow, sort of. So the conflict of this relationship is basically ambition, power. Maybe it's workplace, maybe it's something else you want totally different in life. Let's see what we have on the tarot deck. I also see there is a difference in the culture or religious centers. I mean, for example, you must be an atheist and he or she, they are some other religion or follow some different paths. So it's definitely, what I'm picking up the most is that there is a lot of power struggle. Let's see. Okay, so I'm right away seeing a lot of anxious avoidant patterns. And what does that mean is that one of you is trying to avoid the other in that power struggle. And mind you, if you're pulling out or pulling away from someone, that's also a control tactics. That's also something which you do in order for you to feel good about yourself and control the other person. So there's a lot of manipulation seen in this, but at the same time there's a lot of passion. So it's like you all are showing up with a lot of passion, and that's the reason why you cannot really leave the other person. But what I'm seeing is that this power struggle is causing when you can't really leave something, but at the same time you can't really totally accept something. So this relationship is definitely demanding a lot of changes in your personal life. Maybe change in your career, geographic location, your priorities, and everything that you wanted to ever do is now getting in the way of the relationship. So definitely I see that in this spread. And a lot of manipulation. Oh my god, there's a lot of manipulation. And not like conscious manipulation, but this can be subconscious manipulation, It is something when you do this when you want to sort of make sure that you stand your ground. You don't want to lose the other person, but you also want to stand the ground. You don't want to leave it. You don't want to completely accept it. There's a lot of this relationship, it's a lot in your head. No, I'm not saying that there's nothing in this, but it's like a lot of power struggle happens in your head. Okay, let's see if we have some messages, some more messages. Okay. What I'm seeing is outwardly this relationship might look really good. Like on paper, it's perfect. Everything is happening how it should happen. But somewhere there's this complete not lack of complete surrender in your relationship, not lack of the lack of, where you completely really give in, and there's no two heads or two roads apart. Like, there are no crossroads, but there's something which you walk on together on the same path. So that's what is missing in this group. And if we just ask for some message for self-healing, or if you, what would be your advice in this case? Would it be to just, what would be? If you're not choosing to leave the person, definitely, if that's your choice, you should go with it or not go with it. That's not my job to tell you. But what I know is I can talk about what the cards are showing me. So connect with your ancestors. Okay, so it's just asking you to do some shadow work. If you are into it, go to therapy or connect with or maybe just get a journal for yourself, and then just write down all the things that are triggering you in this relationship. Connect with your inner self, connect with what you really want to do and want to have in a relationship. Write down what it is exactly that you wish for in a relationship, and then see if the other person is meeting them up. So if it's necessary for you right now that your ambitions and goals are something else, then you might as well consider leaving the person and staying true to yourself. So it's very essential for you to stay true to yourself, and for that you need to know yourself. So this is what I'm getting for the reading. Thank you so much for joining in, and see you later. Bye. Group 2, the Sea Maiden. Okay, if you chose group 2, what the cards are telling me is that your relationship is right in a maiden phase, or it's just started. There's not a lot of months or days gone by, and there are a lot of, the honeymoon phase. You're in this where there's a lot of promises, there's a lot of newness. Every day you discover something new, and you're feeling the jazz of it. You're just going with the flow, and at the same time you're naive, you don't know a lot about them. There's innocence in it, playfulness, but really something very delicious. So if you chose this pile, then chances are that you are in a very starting stage of your relationship. If you're not, that means it's not your piles. You can just maybe choose some other pile, or you can take away. It's not a compulsion. So I just want you to have some something out of this video. So if it's not yours, then there's no point in wasting time on this, right? So yeah, let's see if he has something more coming up. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that either you or your partner, or whoever you started dating, has come out of a relationship recently. So it's like, where you are, this is all new, but not really new. Like maybe they or you have exes that you have recently moved on from, or there's some sort of that kind of dynamic here. And this relationship is a bit too early, to be honest. So the person who has gone through a past relationship is not completely healed right now. So it's not like they don't want to heal, or they're still missing their ex or something, which could be the case. But what I'm seeing is that there's no complete opening right now. So it's not like that person is, or you are totally open for this. So even though this is new, this is delicious, this looks good and everything, but there's still a lingering of past baggage. And what you really need right now is to understand that this is a normal thing, a normal process. It's a transition between relationships. You don't have to force it at all, and just make sure that you are being true to yourself, right? And let's see if we have something more. All right, it's okay. Maybe the breakup the person had wasn't recent, but recently they've come in the dating phase, in the arena of dating, and they're like, okay, now let me just find someone I can be with, or it may be you. So I don't know which energies I'm picking up. What the card's showing me is that whoever has gotten out of this relationship has really worked on them outwardly to show security, but there could be a point where they are not fully ready for a relationship. So that's the reason why there could be a lot of love bombing. There could be like a lot of like, you know, hot cold behavior at this point of time, because there is a lot of confusion in the air and the emotions are very high, that's for sure. And so you really need to make yourself grounded right now. So this relationship definitely is not grounded, it's not rooted, it's not mature, it is a little immature at this point in time. So if you're asking for this relationship, what it'll be like and stuff, then I would just say that give it some time, give it some space, and don't bombard the person who's scarred with a lot of expectations. And you know, it takes time to get over your ex. So yeah, that phase is definitely being seen here. Okay, let's see what we have for you. Spend time with friends. Ooh, I love this. I mean, because see, when you, let's face it, okay, girl or boy, when you are in a relationship and the honeymoon phase of it, you really are into them, and so you just block out all your friends, you block out all your priorities, and you're just in this high of dopamine that you're getting from this relationship. So what clearly your message would be to just spend some time with friends, family, with your old projects. Do something more other than this person. Just don't let yourself sink in deep down inside this person. Don't spend hours and hours thinking, ruminating either the good things or the bad things about this person. So just give some time, relax, okay, and do a lot of things like chill out, just chillax, and give it some time, give it some space. It's not here to stay, it's not here to go. It is what it is right now. And right now it is, the story is that you have some person in your life, and that person is, or you are in this phase of getting over something. And so this phase will take time, and the only way to completely make it successful is to just get unhooked a bit for some time. You just get off of this stuff and just be a little more, give some space. That's what I would say. All right, my group twos, I hope you got what you wanted to listen and you got some value out of this. You know, I'm not going to edit my videos, so you will see the pile changing, but I hope you got something. And if you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and maybe comment down if you find this helpful. All right, my group threes, the princess who never smiled, healing. Ooh, this is good. I mean, this is the most difficult of the 3 piles. So if you choose this, I don't know if you're staying with someone who's wrong for you. I don't know if you have a lot of inner child work to do. You may be, and if you really have this need, then you know who you are, right? So I don't need to. So if you don't resonate with this, click off, choose some other pile, but don't listen to something that you don't resonate to, right? Because that's not good for your mental health. But I'm going to be very honest in this reading. Of course, I'll do some readings in the future where I try to empower you no matter what, like you go girl. But if you want some truth bomb, right, so you're in the right place. But if you resonate with the fact that you might be not in a healthy, balanced relationship, and you're like, you know something's wrong, you know you need healing, you know you need some kind of space, then you're in the right place. So definitely, you definitely need some kind of closure. And mostly this closure is not of a past relationship, it's about some childhood trauma, or probably some kind of childhood incident that made you feel less than, or that made you believe certain things about relationships, right? So if that's the case, and this is your reading, let's see what we have. See, I just don't like if people continue to watch even if it doesn't resonate with them, because see, it's going to resonate with for some, and for some it may not. See, I'm not mind reading, right? So yeah, let's go ahead. What is the dynamic really? Ooh, I like when there are direct answers. Okay, you may be having problems with making the right choice, and that's because of a father figure or something in the past that has influenced your choices. Maybe you don't want someone like your dad, you don't want someone like your mom, you don't want someone like your whoever. You don't want someone like them because you don't want someone like them subconsciously or consciously, but that's altering with your choices that you make. Maybe you had a streak of relationships that was shit, so why are you doing that? Maybe there is some kind of childhood thing that you need to address. Mind you, this is not a psychological analysis or clinical diagnosis channel, as you must know if you're an adult watching this. The work is in your hand. You have to go to the therapist, you have to journal, you have to do your research. It's up to you, right? What I can tell you is, look, here's a problem. If you want to fix it, you need to fix it. So it's like a wake-up call to you right now. If you think this is your reading, then you definitely have something in mind that you're not trying to express because maybe that you think is too kiddish. So you're like a put up together person. When you it's like when you had parents that were really worried about their reputation and something like that. So maybe you have this kind of relationship where you need to be very poised, right? Maybe you came from a very affluent family or a family that has a lot of status. So, now you fear that you might ruin that for them. And so you've been making wrong choices. You made a wrong choice. So that's troubling you, right? Okay, cool. Let's see if we have something more. This is difficult, but when you see it, there's chance for you to change it. So it's good that you're seeing it, right? You need more of balance in your relationship. There's a lack of balance, as I said. And there's a need to do a lot of work. And I'm not saying that the work has to be a lot of efforts and a lot of pain and stuff like that. Work would be simply as, making a point that you hydrate yourself, you take good care of yourself. Why? Because you need to put in some work on yourself, on not the self that you want to present outside. So maybe you do the best of the makeups, maybe you wear the best of the shoes and dresses and whatever, but inside you're feeling like shit every time you meet people. Then you know that something is wrong, right? Something of the past is clouding your vision, making you not see at towards the brighter side. So that you need to really control on that. You need to make sure that 2024 is very near at the time of this recording. So you can make sure that you really ground yourself and make it a point to make all your relationships an equal give and take. Don't give too much, don't expect a lot. Just have that balance. For you, the holy word is balance. So let me see if there's any self-care message that I can give you for this, and you can close off your reading then. Let me know if you have more suggestions or questions that I probably can help with and make future videos on, because I love making videos, I love telling stories, but I really am very honest. So I wasn't coming on YouTube. I thought that people don't like honest readers, people like, but it's fine. I think I'll do what I like. Connect with crystals. Now, I'm not saying you to go and buy a bunch of crystals even if you don't believe in them, which I don't know if you do or do not, but what I'm saying, this is telling me, is set an intention to make sure that you are connecting with yourself, you're connecting with your 11 is a number of balance, so you are really keeping yourself centered, balanced, in order before you react to outer things. So what I would suggest is, before meeting this person of yours, if you're talking about some relationship or any relationship in general, then make sure that you calm your mind, make sure you're worth it. So you're going to be receiving equally as much as you give, and then from that centered place, probably act. So this, my dear friend, is your reading. I hope you are doing awesome and you do good even in future. And yep, Bye. See ya later.